So I thought for our mock draft Monday today, because our season's over, we can actually start talking about some topics we need to start talking about. And that is T. Higgins. Now, T. Higgins, I fully believe, will get the franchise tag when the season ends. Now, the difference is, what franchise tag would we go for? The exclusive or the non-exclusive? Just reading you this a little bit snippet to kind of show you the difference. Additionally, each tag comes with a different bargaining rights and a guaranteed assets for both the player and the team. An exclusive tag gives the team exclusive negotiating rights. Should the player reject the offer, they're unable to sign with another NFL team for that entire season. Meanwhile, a non-exclusive tag allows players to negotiate with other teams. If they receive an offer, their current team has an opportunity to match. If they opt not to match the offer, they are entitled to first-round picks in exchange. So that's the quick summary of the difference between the exclusive franchise tag and the non-exclusive franchise tag. One means that we pay T. Higgins a 1-year, $25 million contract, and we say, listen, you have to sign with us. And if you don't agree to that franchise tag, well, you're not playing in 2024. Period. And he has to take the 1-year, $25 million. Or we go with this offer, which is the non-exclusive franchise tag, which right now is sitting at $19.743 million, which is $6 million less than the exclusive franchise tag. By the way, the exclusive franchise tag is the top 5 salaries at that position divided by 5, and that's what the franchise tag is. Every year you franchise tag a player, it goes up 120%. So year 1, it would be obviously 20. Exclusive would be 25. Year 2, that would be 75. Year 3, keep doing the math. You got it. Anyway, though, so it would be $19.7 million, which means that we would say, okay, if you want T. Higgins, anyone out there want T. Higgins, you have to give us 2 first-round picks, and then you can offer on T. Higgins. You can offer T. Higgins a contract, and we have the ability to match that same contract. And if we can match it, we get T. Higgins. So that's pretty much how the whole rundown works. Now, of course, if no one offers on T. Higgins, and no one wants to give us 2 first-round picks, kind of have the Lamar Jackson situation went with Baltimore, then we just simply get T. Higgins 1 year for $19.7 million, and that's it. But that's the pros and cons, is you save $5 million, but if a team wants to give you a first-round pick, 2 first-round picks, they can go take your player. So let's talk about it as in the aspect that that does end up happening. And let's say Chicago, who I think is a great team here, to potentially go ahead and do that, is going to say, listen, we want to give Justin Fields, our superstar receiver, because he has DJ Moore, to really progress further, and we want to double down on Justin Fields. Well, if that's the case, then we're going to sit here and say, well, I mean, we're not going to match whatever you give him, Chicago, because you're giving him way too much money. So straight up, this trade would never happen for T in real life, but because of the non-exclusive franchise tag, it's going to happen. So they offer him a contract. We say, okay, we're not matching that. That's way too much money. Chicago says, well, we got 2 first-round picks. Here you go, Cincy. We're all good. Everything's all squared off, right? Now we start the draft. And now we have some options with this 10th overall pick. Now we have the 10th overall pick, and now we have the 16th overall pick. The thing that sucks is I really wish we got Brock Bowers, but he's going anywhere from 5 to 15. Now, is it possible we do get Brock Bowers at this 10th overall pick? Absolutely. We might potentially get him at the 10th overall pick. But again, like I said, it really comes down to luck and really how much he drops. But right now, he's going anywhere from 5 to 10. And to be honest, I would love to get Brock Bowers. He's an amazing tight end from Georgia. I think he could be a staple stone for us moving forward. But it is what it is at the end of the day. What we really need, 1000% here, is a franchise tackle. And if you're trading and you get rid of T here and you're getting yourself a, you're going out there to do all this. Well, sorry. You're not exclusive franchise tagging T and you're risking losing him to get the 2 first-round picks. You're doing it because you want to get yourself a 100% franchise tackle moving forward for the rest of your for the next 5-10 years, depending. Now the question is, who do we go with? We've been talking about Fuga a lot because, we've been picking at pick 16. He's available at that pick. Same thing with J.C. Latham here. He's available at that pick. Now, again, we could drop and pick 16 and pick one of these offensive tackles. And instead, we could go with someone like, Newton here, defensive lineman. Get ourselves a really great pass rusher. If I'm being honest in this situation, there's a lot of different players. I'm probably... Jared Verse is a really good pass rusher. Not pass rusher. He's a really good pass rusher. The reason why I was kind of iffy about it is just because of... No, his size is nice. Okay, I thought his size wasn't that great. I thought he was a lot smaller. I know him from college. He is amazing, but I didn't know of his size. All right, so my question is though, is this guy will be a franchise tackle, but he played left tackle in college. It's not. Listen, you draft the left tackle in college, he can transition to right tackle. It's not impossible. Not every single player could do it, but that's kind of what we're going to need him to do at this point. So we take a franchise tackle at 10. Now we're dropping to 16. Now we go with Kool-Aid McKinsley from Alabama. So now we get ourselves a shutdown corner, a franchise tackle, 2nd round here. You know what? I'm going to go tight end Sanders from Texas here. Get ourselves an Irv Smith replacement. So now we got a tackle, a corner, and a tight end. I love this pick here. Javon Bullard from Georgia. We've been picking him in a lot of my mock drafts. Love the idea of him dropping to us right there. Now we get a strong safety to help us out there. Okay, so this is starting to really come together now. Now, I want to get, in all honesty, I would love to get a defensive tackle, a big guy in the middle who can just shut down a lot of different things. Howard Cross III is definitely not that guy as much. He's a great pass rusher and he's a good run stuffer. He's kind of a hybrid of the two, which I think could be a really great pick for us, especially he comes from Notre Dame, a really great college. I'm kind of biased because I love Notre Dame. It would be a better pick to go Tyler Davis here if you want to go for strictly a DJ Reader replacement. But I think, So here's the thing, right? Do we want more of a hybrid of the two? Or do we want just a strict replacement for DJ Reader? And that's where the question start now peeking forward. Both of these are from great colleges. Not like either of these are from small colleges. Both of them are great colleges. But the question is, who do you want more now? Do you want yourself a kind of hybrid guy? Do you want yourself more of just a DJ Reader replacement? Because this guy is 300 pounds. He's 6'2", right? Versus you have Cross here, who's 288, 6 foot. So both of them pretty much same height, same size. He's just better pass rusher than Cross is. Cross isn't really a pass rusher. I'm sorry, Davis, my bad. He's more just a run stuffer. I'm going to go with the hybrid guy here. That's a really interesting call. To be honest, that would be an interesting call for me personally. I want to go guard here. I want to go guard, but I don't think I'm going to bite up here and go with a guard. These guys are unproven, though. That's the problem. We need a replacement for Cordell Volson, but maybe you get that in free agency. Because I don't know if I 100% here am just going to go all out there and try to get a guard. And I feel like you're just going to overgo for a guard there. This draft's not the greatest for guards later in the draft. It's not an offensive line later draft. I feel like here, maybe you go with a corner. You know, just kind of double up on that position. Because right now, you're kind of in, like, no man's land, I feel like. Especially in the 6th round here. Where you're trying just to figure out, like, okay, what could we get? What could help us out the most here? I mean, you could go with a small college wide receiver. Go with a Ole Miss wide receiver. 6'2", 205 pounds. I wouldn't mind him. Moose Muhammad from Notre Dame. I'm still Notre Dame from Texas A&M. I don't know if I really like that pick. There's not many. I'm kind of no man's land here because there's not really one player I love the most out of all these picks. I probably will say, I took a safety, right? We took a tackle. We took a corner. Took a defensive tackle. I might go corner again here. Because it's too early to pick a couple of these guys. I wouldn't mind going Jordan Travis here as a backup quarterback. Have him compete with Jake Browning. The problem I have with this is that I feel like I don't mind taking a quarterback, right, in the draft. My problem is I'd rather sign a free agent who's a veteran. Who actually I can trust. Because I don't feel like if you draft a guy, he's going to get enough play time, especially a 5th round pick. He's going to get enough play time to really be, you know, actually reliable to come in if we need him. So that's my only problem there. I'm probably going to go with Michigan's corner here. Michigan corners are very reliable. I have a lot of faith in them, so I'm going to go with Michigan corner here. Not going with that guy. Guard here. I may just take a fly. I'm going to take a flyer on a guard. We had 107. This is a compensatory pick, which is nice. This is because we lost a player. So I'm just going to take him. I'll take him there. That's a free pick. I'll take a guard. We'll see how he works out in the end. I'm going to take a running back here from Alabama. Jace McClellan. I'm going to go ahead and say cut Chris Evans and cut Travion Williams. Put him behind Chase Brown and Joe Mixon. 7th round here. Yeah, okay, I'll take a wide receiver from the Hurricanes. He's 5'10", 198. Put him in a slot. Put him underneath drag routes. Maybe give him like a little bit of quick underneath plays. And then my favorite tight end ever from Utah. I love this pick in the 7th round, by the way. I love this player in the 7th round. I think he's such an underrated player for the 7th round pick. He has so much potential to be a 7th round pick here. All right, so they give me an A-. Okay, so they give me an A- this draft. Give me an A+ for taking the Penn State tackle. Kool-Aid McKinsley at 16 to give me an A. Tight end Sanders gave me a B+. Strong safety they gave me Javon Bullard C+. Howard Cross was a B. So here's how I'm thinking about everything, okay? He gave me an A for the running back. I really do like it. This is going to be the replacement right here for Jonah Williams, okay? Jonah Williams replacement. This is the replacement for, what's his name? Cheeto. Sorry, I'm not. It's like 7 a.m. I apologize, guys. So he's going to be a replacement for Cheeto, okay? And keep in mind, with that all being said, yeah, so that's if we don't bring the guys back. I'll say it like that. This is Irv Smith's replacement. This is Nick Scott eventual replacement. This is going to be DJ Reader's replacement. This is just a rotation guy to put in there, you know, with all the other guys. And I want to say one thing here, and I do want to put this out. Alabama corners, while there are some great in the NFL, Marlon Humphrey is a great Alabama corner. Dre Kirkpatrick for the Bengals a long time ago, really great. There's not too many great Alabama cornerbacks from history. Reason why is because Alabama has a great defensive line. Usually they can get after the quarterback very quickly, so the corners don't have to hold for that long, and they don't end up really progressing into NFL caliber corners. Marlon Humphrey was obviously a difference maker. Drake or Patrick for us was actually pretty good too. But usually they do not transition into good corners. I'll just say it like that. I think Quaid McKenzie is kind of on that tier of what Marlon Humphrey was, and I think he could be great. But normally I wouldn't take an Alabama corner, to be honest. And again, this guard here, it's a compensatory pick, so it's a free pick. So I'd take a guard just as Volson backup, see what he can do. You know, he might not even make the roster at the end of the day, but maybe he does. Take a running back to replace our third-string running back situation with Travion Williams and Chris Evans. Cut both of them, put in Chase here, or Jace, sorry, and he'll be our third-string running back. If he makes the squad. You never know. Xavier here, Miami, Florida Hurricane guy. He's 5'10". I'm not expecting him to do too much. Maybe try him out as kick and punt returner. If he's fast enough, try him out as kick and punt returner. His height, his size won't really matter that much. And maybe him being a little bit smaller, he gets a couple edges, gets a couple lanes, and he breaks a couple plays out, right? Brant, A-, tight end here. I love going with him all the time. I mean, he's a great Utah tight end. I have a lot of faith in him to be a really solid player. And if we do get him, I think he could be a great player for us. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it, guys. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one.